everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday afternoon, the 7th of January today. I hope everyone's having an amazing week. Very excited about our guest today. We had an amazing interview yesterday with Dr. Jay Breland. If you haven't checked that out yet, please go ahead and go to a post and the IG stories, and it's a two-parter, so it was really, really good. Check out part 1 and 2 and leave your comments below. A little bit of housekeeping. You know where you can find us on our website, www.mindfulhealthicc.com, and in our socials on TikTok, it's at Mindful Health, and let's see what else. Instagram, Mindful Health IC. YouTube, you can follow us there as well. Mindful Health on YouTube. And all our information is on our website, so you can connect with us there. If you'd like to make an appointment, all of our appointments and our sessions are online, so you can have a session from the comfort of your own home. You just reach out to us, send us an email, you book your session and your time and your date all online, and then we'll call you when the session time is ready to go. So I hope everyone is having a great day. It's very bright here today, a little bit overcast. What's it like in your area? Wait for a few more people to come on here. We've just sent an invite to our friend Polow. Very excited. For those of you who don't know or haven't yet read the December issue of our magazine, Inspire magazine, you can download your copy for free on the website, www.mindfulhealthicc.com/inspire, or you can just go to the website and go to the Inspire magazine tab and you can download all the magazines for free, all the issues for free. And we did feature, hi everyone coming in, hey, we did feature Polow in our December issue of our magazine, so go ahead and do yourself a favor and download that free copy today and read about Polow's story. So we're excited to have him today and talk to him about having a plant-based diet for 2021. So just send out the invite here. How is everyone's week going? How is the week going? I know that we've had some snow and some rain and some melting of snow and some re-snow, so the ground is a little bit muddy and yucky. But what's it like in your area? What's it like in your neck of the woods? I am having a coffee tea. Just waiting for Polow to join in here. But tell me what's going on in your world, and also if you have not had a chance yet to peruse some of the interviews we've done earlier, please do yourself a favor and go to our posts, and all of the interviews are there. You can download them and watch them on IGTV. So okay, let's get Polow in the mix here. So he might be running a few minutes late. He does have his own gym in the Atlanta area. So, and he is an avid marathon runner. So maybe running a few minutes late. So we'll see what's going on. Just bear with us for a second. If you have any questions, just go ahead and shout them out and I will do my best to answer them. Internet might be a little bit slow today. Let's see. Hope everyone's having an amazing week. Okay, just send some information here. Okay, here we go. So hopefully he'll get that, and we'll hang tight for a few minutes. Oh, looks like he's here. Okay, so that's great. Let's do another invite. Here we go. And request sent. There we go. Yay! So it looks like sometimes there's a delay. Sorry, guys. I know your time is valuable, and I really appreciate you jumping on. The conversation is going to be great today. We're going to talk about a plant-based diet with Polow. If you're not following him, make sure you follow him, Polizi World, Polow on all social media, TikTok, Instagram, and a few other. Hey, Polow, just go down and accept the invite if you see it, and then you'll pop up on the screen. Polizi. So it should be just at the bottom of the screen. You should see it somewhere on your screen. Accept invite, and just go ahead and push accept, and you will pop up on the screen and we can have our chat. Let me know if you can't see it, I'll resend it. Let me know. Okay, so not sending. Okay, so let's do it again. And there we go. So you should see it now, Polow. Hey!
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, 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 what's up, beautiful people?
What's up, beautiful people? Another beautiful day.
Hey!
Believe it.
That's right.
What's up?
How's it going? It's been a long time, my friend.
Yes.
Long time.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. You working hard in the juicery there, I see.
Oh, yeah. I'm in the kitchen right now. A lot of things going on. The gym is super busy.
Good.
See everybody down there working.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
So, yeah, man. How are you?
That's amazing. I am great. Thank you, sir. I am great. You know, clinic is going well, and we were just talking a little bit about your feature in the December issue of the magazine. Thank you so much for letting us share your story.
And thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it.
We appreciate you. And I have to say, for anybody who's just jumping on now, who is not already following Polow, do yourself a favor and get on that stat. He is on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, websites, and it's Polizi.
Polizzy, Polizi, Polow's World. You can use either one of those, POLOWS World, Polow's World, or Polizi, @Polizi, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. Anything that's out there, I'm probably on it. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. That's great. And you also have a so Polow runs a gym and a fresh pressed juicery out of the Atlanta area.
Yes.
And it is called PT Cross Training?
It's called PT Cross Training is the gym, and Juice ATL is the juice part of it. Yeah. So two different entities, but in the same building. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I wonder if you could start us off by just telling us a little bit about your story and how you came to get involved in a plant-based lifestyle. I know you don't like to say vegan. I know
right.
So
yeah, a lot of times I won't say vegan because I think vegan's just kind of like, and it's not that I'm not trying to be a part of, you know, the vegan community or anything like that. But, you know, I just think vegans get, they have like a little, kind of like a bad rep, you know what I'm saying? Because of their passion for what they do and what they believe in. And sometimes it can be like, I don't know, like nobody takes it the wrong way. But yeah, it's just, it can get real political. It can get real judgmental sometimes. I think vegans just kind of come off hard. Like I've heard, you know, a lot of people say, yo, you know, like when people say vegans, they kind of turn their nose up because vegans just kind of like, if you're not living like this, then you're
in the
messed
wrong
up person.
Yeah,
you're all bad. You got to be living like this. And I just don't come from that approach, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, it took me a while to get to where I'm at, years, you know what I'm saying? So even if somebody is thinking about being a vegan or going plant-based, you automatically turn them off if you come at them like, oh, you got those Jordans on and that's leather and you can't wear that and you're doing this, you're a murderer, you're a killer, you know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of them come across, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just kind of like to use the word plant-based to kind of not even be a part of that conversation because it's about love to me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to come across love. And I'm not begging nobody to do nothing or be some kind of way. Like I try to just lead by example. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. And if you're interested in it, you know what I'm saying, and you think something I'm doing is cool, ask questions. I'm gonna answer your questions, but I'm not pressing and holding nobody's neck to be a vegan. Like, nah,
Exactly. Yeah,
because
I
it's a
vibe with
journey,
that
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying. And if somebody wants to get on it, you kind of turn them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, well, I was thinking about it, but if that's how you acting, then yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't hit them with the negativity and the rules straight out the gate. You got to
Nah,
ease
man.
into it. Like it's
Gotta
got to be a
approach it with
lifestyle
passion.
choice.
Gotta approach it with love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
only way. But yeah,
yeah. So you started out in the music industry for a little bit, and then you were in that lifestyle, living that life.
right.
And you talk about that a little bit, about how your choices in that type of lifestyle kind of led to some health issues that you have. Can you
Right.
touch on that a little bit?
So yeah, so I'm like 20 years music business, and you know we still it's still music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like we still own the studio here in Atlanta, but just kind of just taking a
Nice.
break from just
Yeah.
that whole lifestyle, like just the partying, and everybody in the industry don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I was
That's
definitely in the
good.
mix of partying, never sleeping, smoking cigarettes, Black and Miles, mostly cigarettes. I really didn't like the way Black and Miles taste.
Yeah.
But yeah, just constantly, like I always tell people I was a gas station eater. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
yeah, you know, that's that struggle food. You know, when you're struggling and you're trying to come up, like that's that food that don't cost a lot, and you can get something in your stomach real quick, and you can get back to work. But what I found was like once I started making some money in that business, um, because I didn't change. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Mm,
change. I just made some money. So I just kind of elevated the things that I was doing, right? So
mhm.
instead of spending $5 and $10 in the gas station, now we going in spending 40 and 60, buying
Right.
just more of what we
Junk.
wanted so we didn't have to walk back up the street to go get it again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we are going there spending like $50 to $100 sometimes. Like I was telling somebody a story, like, and I got the photos. I gotta find it. I'm gonna post it. Like how we had this. It really wasn't even a contest. We were working on a project, and it was a group that I want to say Atlantic had in town, and we
Mhm.
were working on this project with these girls, and we end up stacking like Red Bulls from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah,
No
we were so
way.
proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is
amazing. You know what I'm
nice.
saying? And we
Mhm.
took pictures with it. It was crazy. And this was before like I don't know, maybe Instagram had probably just started maybe back then. But yeah, this was before you posted stuff like that on Instagram. But I'm trying to find that photo so I can post it though. But yeah, so
Yeah.
big time gas station eater, cigarette smoker, man, sleeping in the day, we work at night, you know what I'm saying? And man,
Alcohol in the mix
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a lot of partying, but that just came with the territory. You work in the
Sure.
studio, and when 12 o'clock came around or 1
Mm.
o'clock a.m., we took off and went to the club, and we hung out in the club for a few hours because that's where you get that vibe, and you just listening, and you go back. And you go back and you create, you know what I'm saying, off of
Yeah.
that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I just found myself in a lot of trouble living that lifestyle, and I end up having like some heart complications.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you talk
and
about that in the article because you said you had some trouble with your heart and you ended up in the hospital
mhm.
and um,
Hey
they
King
came
V, I
back with
see you.
some.
I'm sorry, people
Hey,
coming in. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, I
starting them out.
see. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
What's up? And you talk about that, and they kind of came back with some less than positive news for you about your
Yeah,
heart.
so like one day, long night studio, left studio, went home, sitting on the back of my porch, smoking a cigarette, threw it out, went upstairs. I had like this whole numbness kind of come over my body, and my chest was like real tight, right? So
Mm.
I went to the doctor, you know, they ran some tests, and basically I had like some clogging in my arteries, you know what I'm saying, around my heart. Like, you know, my valves were clogged up. Similar to
Mm.
like a car or what, you know, like your pipes in your house can get clogged. That's how I try
Yeah.
to explain to people. But yeah, man. And they wanted me to do some surgery, and I was like, man, I'm kind of young. Like, I'm not trying to like get.
How old were you at that time?
Man, I was probably
In your 20s, at least,
yeah,
right?
like maybe like
Late 20s.
27 or something like that, 28. Yeah, like young. But you know what I'm saying? When you doing certain things for a certain amount of time. So like imagine being like living that type of life and then you go all the way into your 40s and 50s like that. And
Oh,
then you
yeah.
decide to change. How hard it is to change like that. But anyway, I'm jumping off the subject. But anyway, so
Yeah,
like
that's okay.
so yeah, man, it basically came down to like take these pills and get this surgery. And of
Yeah.
course, because it's a hospital, you know, they're always rushing to do the surgery or
Mhm.
want to rush you to do chemo and oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna die tomorrow. You got to get this chemo today. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's
Right.
not the truth. So anyway, I decided not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I had just watched my grandma die from that years ago,
Mhm.
heart complications. Man, they did all of that. They did the pills. They did the like the you know what I'm saying? And none of that stuff
Mhm.
changes, especially if you don't change. Going back to
That's
that, you
right.
know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
like just being in music and making some money, like I never changed, you know what I'm saying? So none of my
Yeah.
habits changed, they just increased. So
Mhm.
I just decided, yo, I gotta make a change or it's gonna be a wrap for me, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just made some changes, you know what I'm saying? I got into some certain books and
Yeah.
just start doing my research and just trying to find like alternative ways. And that's how I got into like what I'm into now as far as the way I eat and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think it's important to know, like what you said earlier, is you gotta, it's a journey and you gotta start small and you
Right,
gotta,
right, right.
you can't, not always going full force, straight no chaser into it. It's like you
Right.
gotta pace yourself, right? And so you started with fasting, right? Some juice fasting. That's how you kind of kick-started yourself into that.
Right, right, right. So yeah, so that was one of the first things I started trying was fasting. You're right. So just like a 3 day fast, trying to juice for 3 days, and then eventually I had to learn that it was an art to fasting. Like you go on your fast a certain way and you have to come off your fast a certain way or you can hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm,
So
mm, mm.
once I got it down packed, those 3 days turned into 7 day fasting on all liquids. And then I would do like a 21 day raw food fast. And that turned into 21 days of just, I'm on all raw food fast right now. But that turned into 21 days of just liquids, you know what I'm saying? Juicing and water, mostly water. And then that turned into like, I started getting educated on mono meal, mono meaning one, eating
Yes,
one food, right? So I
yes.
started getting into
The
mono meal
digestion.
eating, and that's how I kind of got into like the watermelon fast I do every summer, where I just eat watermelon and drink water and drink
Yeah.
watermelon juice, and you know what I'm saying. This year I
If you
might add
haven't seen
coconut water to
Paul's
that.
posts on the islands, he does a
Watermelon Island,
watermelon
right?
island every
Right,
year.
right.
Yeah. Have you ever done the banana island? I know that one's popular, the banana
Yeah, I've
island.
heard of that, but I've never done it. I know like
Yeah.
a few people that have done it, but not me. I'm more like into like the high water fruits. You know what I'm saying? The fruits that kind
Yeah.
of like hydrate you
Hydrate.
and give you those minerals and you know what I'm saying that you need. I'm a high water fruit. Like if I turn this camera, it's kind of messy, but I got like oranges all over the place over here, right? So yeah, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
oranges, mangoes, pineapples. You know what I'm saying? I'm a tropical guy.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. But no, I never tried that one before. But I like bananas though. You know what I'm saying? I do
Yeah.
love bananas.
Yeah. Those are really cool. I think it's important too to note, like for anybody who's thinking about doing the juicing or who maybe hasn't done it yet or is a little trepidatious about the juicing is not to pay so much attention to the liquids, but to realize like when we juice, there's a lot of nutrient dense foods in there. And just because it's in a liquid form, people think, well, it's liquid, I'm not going to be full or I'm not going to be, I'm not going to get my vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything I need. But
Right.
it's important to note that juicing those fruits and vegetables is going to give you everything you need. So maybe you could
Right.
talk about that a little bit because people think, oh, liquids, I'm gonna be hungry all the time, but they don't realize like what goes into the liquids. It's nutrient dense.
Right. Right. And that's why you hit it right on the head when you said the hunger thing. Like people that eat a lot of fast food, right? They're always
Mm,
hungry. Like they eat that
mm,
McDonald's or that Burger King or Wendy's, and then they're hungry immediately again, like within the hour. No nutrients in the food. The food is dead. It's not giving you nothing. It's just giving you that sensation of kind of being full, but
yeah.
it's not nutrient. It's not. There's no nutrients in that. It's dead food, right? So that's why your
Mm,
body is always wanting more. It's craving more all the time, right? So like with the juicing, like you said, it's a lot of nutrients, a lot of minerals, a lot of vitamins in that. So when you drink that and your body absorbs that right? You don't have that full feeling because you're feeding your body for real. You know what I'm saying? And you can go hours and hours and hours. And this is like nothing new. Like people been fasting since the beginning of times. You know what I'm saying? On
Absolutely.
less than juices, and you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, when you're drinking juices, your body is absorbing those minerals. So that's what kind of kills those cravings. Now, in the beginning, you're still going to be hungry, but you have to
Sure.
remember, like, your body is full of cells and bacteria. You got good bacteria, you got bad bacteria in your body, and you got parasites going on in your body. And a lot of this stuff takes place in our gut, right? Our gut
Yep.
is our second, I like to say it's the first
Yes.
brain. Some people say it's the second
Yep.
brain. To me, it's the first brain. This is our immune system. This is where everything takes place right here.
Yep.
If your gut is together, then you're together. But that's why fasting is important, because taking the time to clean that gut area out, and then that's why fasting is an art too. And I know I'm all over the place, but
No, this is great. This is really valuable information for people
what's
who are
up,
tuning
Tank?
in.
What's going on,
Hey.
bro? I see you. Yeah, that's my bro Tank right there. I've been knowing Tank
Anything.
since we were kids. But
Wow.
so yeah, so that's why fasting is important, because you're moving these things out of your way, or out of that intestinal, or out of your gut area, so your body can absorb. Because a lot of people, even when they buy juices from my business, I still try to encourage them to clean their bodies out and fast from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because yeah, you can drink these juices and take this sea moss and be on the black seed oil, but if you don't take the time to fast and clean your immune system out, you know what I'm saying? The when the food moves through your intestinal tract, it's absorbing. It's taking the good and it's going to let the bad go. So when you move, but a lot of times the things that we eat are so sticky and gooey. A lot of times these nutrients, when we do eat nutrient dense food, we can't even absorb it because we're so clogged up down here. So that's why fasting is so great, to move that stuff out the way. And man, you keep taking those juices in and your body can start absorbing some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Trust me, no hunger. You won't have hunger during a long fast. In the beginning, yes, but that's those parasites in your body. That's the bad bacteria in your body they're alive. They want to eat too. So guess what? When they want to eat, they send a signal through your electrical body. This is how dope the body is. The body is amazing, right? So we got parasites, right? And these parasites might say, I
And they
want
get
something sweet.
angry.
I want
They
some
get
bread.
angry.
I want some cheese, some milk. I want something, right? So they send a signal up. This signal comes from here to here, and you're like, damn, I'm hungry. I want chocolate. That's not you. You know what I'm saying? That's not you that want. It's here. They want that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why fasting and parasite cleansing and doing those things are so important, to get rid of those things, and then you can experience what true hunger is. Because a lot of us don't even really know what true to be hungry really is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really not us. That's not us that want that. You know what I'm saying? Because man, I've been 30 days on nothing but water and juices. You know what I'm saying? And it takes you a minute to get there, but hunger will leave the body. You know what I'm saying? It will eventually leave. But you're right, though. It's the food that we eat has no nutrients in it, so we're constantly hungry. But when you get into juicing, and you can clean your intestines and get your body cleaned out, and your body can absorb now these minerals and these vitamins, you won't be as hungry.
Yeah. And I think it's important to note too, for
What's
people
up,
who are
Joy?
thinking
I'm
about
sorry.
this. That's okay. That's cool. I welcome everybody coming in. It's important to know for people who are just starting out and making this transition too, that like you said, you will feel hungry. And one thing I always tell clients too is that you may start to feel like under the weather. You may start to feel sick at first, because your body's like working like a broom inside and it's kicking up all the dust, right? And
Right.
it's trying to sweep it out of the system and get it out of the system. So, you know, sometimes they think a lot of people give up too quick because they think, well, I've done this juice for 3 days and I feel like garbage.
Right.
Well, yeah, because you got a lot of garbage inside of you that needs to come
Right.
out,
Right.
right? How do you
Exactly.
feel on like what's your take on colonics? Like I'm a big supporter of like coffee colonics, home colonics.
So
I don't know if
I
you ever
love
mess
I
with them.
love colonics. I think they're amazing. Of course, when I first got into the lifestyle,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not letting nobody put that up my butt. You know what I'm saying? But
Everybody says that
right,
until you
right.
do
In the
it.
beginning, I'm like, I'm a manly man. I'm not down for that. You know what I'm saying? But
But
I think the colonics are amazing. I think when you first get into the lifestyle and you're trying to do the raw foods and you're trying to fast,
yes.
and you get those feelings like, oh, I'm just going through these headaches and I'm having like,
Yeah.
that was one of the things I used to use. I would go get a colonic. I still get colonics to this
Yeah.
day, maybe like 4
Yeah.
or 5 of them a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll just do little
Yeah.
series, but I think
Yeah.
those are I think that hospitals, when people come into a hospital,
Mhm.
like instead of
Wouldn't that
flushing
be
off
so
people,
beneficial?
yeah, instead of flushing people with all this medicine and telling them they need to take things that's constipating them even more, like I
Yeah.
think the first operation in a hospital should be a colonic. Like, let's
Yeah.
flush all this fecal
Yeah.
matter out the system so now the most important part of your body can work. You know what I'm saying? But no,
Yeah.
you know, hospital, it's a whole thing. But like, I
Yeah.
think colonics are amazing. I think coffee
Mhm.
enemas are amazing. I do coffee enemas.
That's what
You
I
know what I'm
do.
saying?
Yeah.
Those are amazing to help clean out your liver, to help your liver
Mm.
create that bowel and get to moving and functioning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we need to definitely be doing that. But you know, I talk to people about that all the time. Some people go
Yeah.
do it, they'll do it in secret. You know what I'm saying? But which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But I think those things are important. I won't go into like all the details of how they help you, but to answer your question, because I know I be going all over the place, you got to
Yeah,
pull me
it's
back.
okay. Yeah.
But colonics are
But I think
important.
we all do, right? We all have that fear at first when we haven't done something before, whether it's colonics or something new or a
Right, right,
lifestyle
right,
change or diet change or what have you.
right,
And like even myself, I know myself, I've done like at first I was like, you want me to put what, where?
right, right,
But when I tried it, when I did it, I was like, you wouldn't believe the stuff that comes out of your system. I don't
right,
care how clean you think you are,
right, right,
what
right.
comes out of your system is mind blowing.
Right. When people
And
when you go to the bathroom and do a number 2, you usually got 5 to 6 more pounds of just fecal matter just
oh,
sitting in your
it's
intestines. You know what I'm
insane
saying?
because it's so impacted everywhere, you know?
Right.
And the colonic gets in there like a pressure washer and just hoses everything down and cleans it out. But then I noticed too is like the whites of my eyes were like whiter. My
Right.
skin was fresher. I
Right.
had more energy. You
Right.
know, like even if I was like not feeling well, I was feeling a little off, you do like even like, and I think this is important to know too, is that when you make this transition into like a plant-based lifestyle, is that you get a lot of emotions that come up too, right?
Right.
You get a lot of emotional stuff come up. And if I felt like I was having like a really like heavy day or emotional day or just a lot of stress, you do a coffee colonic, a coffee enema.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, the world is a bright place,
It's a
bro.
better place. Right. Right. It is.
You
It is.
know,
That's funny.
it's amazing the difference it makes for sure.
Right. Right.
For sure.
Very important. I think everybody should really tap it. I think on this year I might talk a little bit more about like
Yeah.
enemas and like coffee, you know, going to get colonics. Like I think it's important. Like last year I gave a couple people like gift cards to like go get colonics. Like
That's
I got gifts
awesome.
for a few people, yeah. Especially like if you somebody that come to me and you're always like, oh, I got these headaches. People
Yeah.
my head hurts so much. I'm just like, man, when the last time you like took a shit? You know what I'm saying? When the last
Yeah.
time you did number
Yeah.
2? You know what I'm saying? You might need to get that up out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
Yeah.
times, once again, all these nerves and these different these nerves and these cells down here in our gut,
Mm-hmm.
the signal, you know, all this is
Yeah.
connected. You know what I'm
Gut
saying?
brain
Whether
connection.
whether you can see it or not, I always say I wish we were see-through, because if we were see-through, people would definitely take better care of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because they don't see the food going through their stomach and how it's being broke down and how it has to move through their intestines,
Yeah.
then, you know, we don't think about that. But once you start tapping into your, how things are work inside your body, then I think a lot of people would like really eat a lot better and do a lot better. But yeah, coffee enemas, colonics are definitely important. And I think people should do them regularly. You know what I'm saying? But, and when I say regularly, I mean like 6 months. And it depends on like what your issues are too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're like super overweight and you're really having some rough times, then you might want to do a little bit more often. You know what I'm saying? And but if you're fairly healthy and you take care of yourself on a regular basis, you might not want to do them all the time. Me, I focus on doing them when I'm getting ready to fast and getting ready to like not be on food. I just help the process by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Getting those things that cause the headache.
I should have brought my chart out too, because like there's so the bowel, the colon has certain like pressure points, you know, traditional Chinese medicine too. And like you're mentioning headaches, right? So I find that the enemas, the coffee enemas especially help with that too, because there are certain pressure points along the body in the bowel that you clean that out. You know, I mean, you got joint pain and you do an enema, no more joint pain.
Right. Ain't that amazing? And that's why I go back to, I feel like hospitals' first point should always be like, let's detox these people. Let's clean their bodies out first before we start cutting and slicing and radiation. Like it's like the whole method of a hospital just seems so barbaric to me.
Slash and burn, slash and burn.
Slash and burn. That's it. I like that. Slash and burn. Slash and burn. That's exactly.
So I want to talk a little bit more about your transition into like. So now, are you raw 100% of the time, raw food now, or what's your ratio? Like, what do you?
So I am not 100% raw. A lot of people think I'm 100% raw because mostly what I show on Instagram is raw foods. Do I eat cooked food? Yes. Why do I show so much raw foods on Instagram? Because I want to encourage people to eat more of them, right?
And there's enzymes in there.
Exactly. You need that to help break down the cooked food that you're eating. You know what I'm saying? But I am raw in the wintertime, like in the morning. I'll have my tea, of course, but I usually don't start on the cooked food until that high afternoon when the sun is at its high, or in the evening. And I try not to eat like after 9 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? But if I do have a cooked meal. Now in the summertime, you know for a fact that I spend 1 month all raw, 30 days, nothing but one meal, that's watermelon. I eat nothing but watermelon. And then the rest of the summer, I'm like raw foods, nuts, seeds, all kind of fruits, vegetables, salads, kale wraps, gourmet raw, but I try to keep it raw. It's easy to do in the summertime, like in the winter it's kind of tough because your body temperature, the blood pressure, everything drops when you're on raw, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough to do in the winter, but in the summer I would say I'm 95% raw. In the winter maybe like 75, 65. It just depends. Like right now we're having a pretty mild winter. I'm on all raw foods right now. I've been on all raw foods for like 5 or 6 days now. So yeah. And I'll probably go like another.
Are you still doing that moss, that English moss?
Oh yeah, the sea moss. Yeah. I'm definitely on the sea moss.
Can you talk about that? Because I know you show that a lot. I've never tried that, but it's packed with minerals, and I know you're a big supporter of that. Can you?
Yeah, you should definitely try it. I actually got some purple moss right here. I just made up in the blender. But so the sea moss has. What's up, D? Donna, come visit us, man. What's up with you? And somebody asked, "What's coffee?" Oh, that's my man. What is a coffee enema? Okay, we'll talk about that again too.
Well, we'll talk about that, later.
So the sea moss, your body is comprised of 102 minerals. Sea moss has 92 of those minerals. So it's nutrients. It's just nutrient packed, full of minerals, full of vitamins that we don't get on a regular basis, right? because our food, the majority of the food in the American diet is dead food. It's, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing living in that food. The enzymes, it's just all bad. Not all of
Well,
it, but a
sad for
lot
a
of
reason.
it. Right. So yeah, the sea moss is definitely something great to add to your day. I say daily, especially right now with what's going on in the world. But me, I'm like I had some this morning. I had some last night. I might not have none, you know, I might not do it tonight, but then I'll do it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
What's the taste? What's the taste of that? Can you describe the
So
taste, the flavor?
no, it tastes like the ocean. Mine does. What my sea moss, the product that I sell, I see a lot of people adding, doing the fruits and vegetables. I mean, not the fruit, but the different fruits in their sea moss. But I don't know. Like I'm just really not into that. You know what I'm saying? I just try to keep things as normal as they, you know, just the way they came. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
not a
people
lot
can
of
get that
additives.
from you in your juice shop, right? People can buy that from you in your juice shop.
Oh yeah. We have it here. Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. We have it
So
here.
tell me a little bit about when you started to get into the transition of going more plant-based, some of the physical manifestations that you started to see and how it changed like your mental health, like your, because you have anybody on here that doesn't know Polo, he is the most humble,
Thank
positive,
you so much.
motivating guy I have ever known.
I
I have
appreciate that.
never seen you one day without a smile or something positive to say. I have never seen you run any less than 5 miles a day. I have never
Right. Well,
seen
I'll
you
do
go
threes. I've been doing
ever
threes
in,
lately, but go
you've been
ahead.
doing
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you are always in such an upbeat, high vibration. I mean, even when you're down, you up, boo. Like you are
Right.
such a high vibration, and so talk about that a little bit about those changes, how that
So
affected you.
at the time, I was probably pushing like 200, a little over 200 pounds, just kind of going back and forth,
Yeah,
emotional, you know, that emotional
yeah,
fluctuation with your weight.
yeah.
But the physical things that I saw, like, especially like once I was able to let go, it's a journey, right? So I let go
Mm.
a few things at a time, you know what I'm saying? But the last two things was the meat, not the meat, was the cheese and the milk,
Oh,
right? The cheese and the milk.
the
Like
cheese is hard for
I'm
people.
that kid that grew up playing my Nintendo, you know what I'm saying, or watching cartoons on Saturday, and I would have like the big bowls of cereal, and I'm eating like 3 or 4 of them joints, and then I'm drinking the milk and the cinnamon toast crunch after, you know what I'm saying? Like that was me all day. And
Yeah.
then I was also like the grilled cheese guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm.
love the grilled cheese. Sometimes I would just take the cheese and put it on the bread and then just put it in the microwave and then take them out and roll them up like a ball and just bite into them like cheese balls type
Get
stuff.
out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
True.
I grew, I'm saying that to say like I had nosebleeds regularly.
Mm.
I had just runny nose, just skin
Mm.
not so good all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of mucusy inflammation
Yeah.
type of issues,
Yeah.
right? So that was one of the physical things I saw was when I started getting on the raw foods and start eating more raw. Physically, sinuses just going away. I'm somebody that go outside and if that pollen's falling, I'm sneezing 100 times until my nose bleed. I have to go in the house. My mom used to put the cold rag on my head or
Yeah.
washcloth on my head, excuse me, to make my my temperature go down, to help
Yeah.
that inflammation go down.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened all the way up until my young adult life. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
didn't really
Yeah.
get on this until like late 20s. You know what I'm saying? Early 30s.
Yeah.
So that was definitely like one of the things, and snoring and all of that, like all that stuff just
Yes.
melted away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can go outside and the pollen can be falling like crazy, and I just can breathe that in and have no issues with that. So that was one of the physical things. And of course the weight coming off, like the weight and just feeling lighter, and you know what I'm
Lighter.
saying?
Yeah.
And then I started getting into running, which helped the weight even come off more. But that was definitely one of the physical things, was the weight. Just my skin,
Yeah.
man. I had like I'm an athlete from high school, so my toes and
Yep.
just have these like fungus. I like all these things just start disappearing, just melting away. So
psoriasis is a big one. That's a gut issue.
yeah,
Psoriasis is a gut issue. Yeah.
yeah. Most of our issues are gut issues. They usually start in the gut. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just the weight and just my breathing, and you know what I'm saying, and not waking up every morning with the doing all that mess, you know what I'm saying? So like all those things like went away. Those are the things that I really suffered with. So those were the things that made me excited to talk about this lifestyle, because I'm like, yo, it went away. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? But I'm just like, yo, you don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? But yes.
Yeah. And how about like the emotional stuff? Like did you find that you change your outlook changed to be just naturally kind of fell into a more positive outlook on things? Like,
So let me tell you, yo, like I did my first time reaching 30 days on all liquid, man, I had some real emotional, spiritual moments that taught me that this right here, this is not me. It's me, but it's not me. I'm a spirit inside of this machine.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you can get yourself empty like that, man, you would realize what you truly are. And it really did something to me emotionally. Like, I see why vegans act the way they do, but it really, no, straight up, yo, because
It is an emotional
my grandparents owned like a lot of land in Alabama, and we would go out there when I was young all the time. We still go walk the land. It's like over 100 acres, right? And we would just walk the land, and my uncles always wanted to make sure like the gates and stuff was up, because it would be other people on one side that would be doing their hunting, and we used to just try to keep, you know, other people off the land, but we would be out there with our guns and shooting around and, you know, shooting squirrels and just whatever we would see, right? Just country boys, just having fun. And man, I can't do that no more. I can't even kill a damn fly right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think in that aspect, yeah, like I'm telling you, it's hard to explain, but when you go that deep into yourself, because you have to be able to stay focused, and you vibrate very, very high. So even being around people is weird. You know, I was telling somebody a story about the other day. I had did a fast this years ago, and I was just telling him this was still in my transition. I was still coming out of the studio, and I end up at the end of the fast, like the last day, I went to a listening party, and it just so happened to be in a club, and man, it just felt so weird being in there, because I'm like empty and I'm just vibrating a little bit different. Than, no disrespect, because you know I'm a part of that world. I've been a part of that world too, but it's like you could just I could feel the, you know, being in a club and drinking and having a good time and partying. That's more of like it's a lower vibration. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I mean. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a part of that culture. I've been a part of that culture, but I've also tapped into something different. So I know the difference in being vibrating up here and vibrating down here. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it definitely, and you probably wouldn't believe this either. I was just having a conversation with my Uncle V yesterday, and he was on the phone with his son, and he was telling his son about the old me and how I used to be like, bro, like I used to be the one that was like shooting at people, robbing, you know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of crazy stuff, taking, I don't try not to incriminate my mom on here. All right, make sure my mom ain't on here. Nah. Taking like pounds and pounds of like certain drugs to other cities, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to be a whole different person. And people, one day I'm gonna talk more about that, but like, and my uncle, he was just telling his son, like, man, like, Polow like is a whole, and he just couldn't believe it. It's kind of like what you said, like I had this whole positive outlook, but I really feel like a lot of times when you're putting this like cows, the way these animals get killed and they get murdered, like that energy, that's energy, you know what I'm saying? And we eat that
You
energy,
eat that.
and it's a
Yes.
part of you. But when you start going the other way with that,
Eat that fear.
You exactly, and when you're eating a different way, you vibrate different. And yeah, so yeah, it was a big emotional change for me, just like how I deal with people. Now, don't get it twisted. Like I'm still like you just not gonna run up on me. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But it's still like
it's a different appreciation. For
even my life. You know what I'm saying? And just like I would never get in the car and go nowhere with 30 pounds of nothing right now, because I love myself way more than to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do that now. So like, yeah, man, it definitely.
Would you say too, like, would you say in that lifestyle you were looking more for respect outwardly, but now you have that inner respect?
Oh, that's deep. That's big. Yeah. So yes, I agree. I can agree with that. Yes, that's big. Because now, because I understand like what I am, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need that from nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it from nobody, because it's in me. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And I know even if I fall off the track, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I have to just, and that's something else that I feel like I've gained through the cleaning of my body, and, you know what I'm saying? And fasting and creating that discipline in myself too, is like just that confidence in yourself, you know what I'm saying? And the things you can create and manifest. Like if you can be disciplined enough to not eat, like you could do a lot of things in your life, you know what I'm saying? Because food controls us.
Your mind is so strong.
Right, exactly.
So strong. Yeah,
exactly.
Like it's like you reach a different level of becoming unshakable.
Right.
And I think that goes from you know, being unshakable based on, you know, people fearing you,
right,
and then versus being unshakable because you have an inner confidence,
right,
in knowing what your capabilities and your abilities are,
right,
and no one can mess with you at that stage.
Right, and you don't have to harm anybody to
That's
get the things you want. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different level of respect.
So
For sure.
So I definitely was not a caterpillar. I was more like a worm that turned into a butterfly. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing. That's
absolutely
amazing. Yeah. Well, I want to touch on a few things, because I know like Instagram only gives us like an hour before it cuts us off, and like this is such a dope conversation. I could talk to you all day, bro. But I want to talk about maybe some like tips that you could give people that are just starting out. We'll do that, and then
Crown confidence. What's up? I'm sorry.
Maybe we could do some tips on people who are sort of in their plant-based journey and maybe feeling like they're at a plateau. So we'll start with the tips for people who are thinking about it or just starting a plant-based.
So my first tip would be, I always tell people, like, don't be hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it easy. A lot of people are, you know, when they try to do something, right, like I'm gonna do raw foods for 7 days, you know what I'm saying? And then they might make it to 2 days or 3 days, and then they just fall off. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Know that that's okay. It's okay to fall off. So that would be my first tip. Fall off, eat the apple pie or whatever it is you wanted to eat that day. Just eat that shit and just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow, day one starts over again, and you get back on it. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my first tip. My second tip would be, this is a hard, like, to just say this, because I'll say this. Try to find your tribe or people you can be around that's on that same thing. Because a lot of times what I found, I'm somebody that's 20 years music, right? I'm studio. I'm the only person in the studio with a green juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's on that. You know what I'm saying? People used to bumming cigarettes from me and getting weed from me, and us going to the Waffle House together, and I had to cut all of that out. So what comes with that is
just you and Russell Simmons now.
So right, it's just me and Russ. We're gonna change the world. But look, I think it's like you have to. Dang, I lost what I was gonna say, but you just have to find those. You gotta find the people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find, because a lot of times the people that are around you, they're not gonna be on that. You know what I'm saying? And if they are, if you can find somebody, more power to you. That's dope. But in my situation, there was nobody else trying to do what I was doing. So I really had to like seek out people that were on this, you know what I'm saying? And try to, even if I couldn't immediately be with that person, I could watch them on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I could listen to a podcast. I could read a book. These are other ways to tap in with people, to get mentorship from people. You don't have to be mentored by somebody standing in front of your face. You can have a mentor right there on YouTube, right there in a book or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I made sure I kept myself around that type of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Like-minded people. Yeah.
Right, like-minded people. And the other thing, even with that, one of my boys just went on a fast and he asked me for a tip. And my tip to him, and I'll give this one too, is like, keep your food with you. The things that you're using, you have to invest in a cooler. You know what I'm saying? And keep your little jars. Huh?
Yeah. For anybody watching, write this down.
You gotta keep your food and those things with you. You know what I'm saying? On a regular basis. You know, you go to work and everybody's like going out to eat to go hit the favorite lunch spot.
Yeah.
If you don't got that food with you and you got that little growling in there in your stomach, man, guess what? You're gonna fall off and you're gonna go over there and go eat with them. You know what I'm saying? So keep your food with you. Find like-minded people. Don't be hard on yourself, and get up and try every day. Every day, man. That's it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's it.
That's amazing. And so what about someone who's been in this for a little bit and just feeling a little bit of a plateau? Just maybe one tip for those who are kind of at a plateau stage. What's a good kickstart? I think I know what you're gonna say, but let's see.
Yeah. I would say change it up. You gotta change up what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people get on this and think all you can eat is salads, all you can eat is bananas, all you can eat is apples, you know, certain things like that. But like, man, right now, just the way the world is set up, man, you can go on YouTube and tap into so many gourmet type raw recipes. And man, I got a video, I got to post it where I made this like date sauce and I sprinkled it on top of like bananas and strawberries. Like, it's freaking amazing. You put some cinnamon on that. So you just gotta like, you gotta like be creative. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be creative, because a lot of people will plateau like, oh, I'm so tired of eating this shit, because they don't switch it up. But you gotta switch it up, man. I don't know what city you live in, but if you live in a city like Atlanta, like me, man, we got all kind of vegan raw food spots that are popping up all over the place out here. So if you can't make it at home, man, go try something that's somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to keep switching it up.
Yeah, that's
switching it up and just trying to find new ways of doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And another big thing that you really promote is move your body.
Super
you don't
important.
have to do what you do. You don't have to run marathons, but you got to move your body. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, you talk about that a lot.
Right. So moving your body. I was with my mom, and I'm so proud of her. I was with my mom over the New Year's break, and man, like, she's been doing this for a while. She just gets up and goes walking for 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm take off and I'm going to go do a 3 or 5 mile run. But you got to move. And if it's the 30-minute walk like my mom's, then it's the 30-minute walk like my mom, you know what I'm saying? But your body, your attitude, your mood, how you feel, all this it's electric. It's all connected. So when you moving, you know what I'm saying? It helps change the vibration of how you feel, and you know what I'm saying? So if you're ever mad or pissed off at somebody, go for a walk. When you come back, I guarantee you you might still be mad, but it won't be the same. You know what I'm saying? So and just, I'll give this one too, like, you know how your heart pumps and it makes the blood flow through your veins, right? So you have something else in your body called the lymphatic system. And that doesn't move unless you move. And the lymphatic system is the sewer system of your body. You know what I'm saying? If this is when you have like bumps on your face and you pop them and that white pus comes out, that's what we call lymph fluid. And to get that moving through your body, appreciate it. Somebody said, oh, that's my homie. What's up? Hey.
Nice going on.
You have to move in order for your lymph system to move. You know what I'm saying? And so that would be the other one, because without that movement, like, those toxins can't move through your body. You know what I'm saying? So
Just sit there, yeah.
It's a win-win. When you get out and go for a walk or go for a run, jump roping, you ever seen those little trampolines? They call them rebounders.
Yeah,
like
the
I'll get up
rebounders,
in the
yeah.
morning, I hit some,
Those
and
are
get
great.
some room temperature water.
Yeah.
And squeeze
Yeah.
some lemon or some lime in it or whatever, and just jump up and down on that rebounder for a while.
Yeah.
Just like that, it's time to go to the restroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You're getting it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you're win-win because you're flushing toxins through your body when you're moving.
Yep.
And number two, it just helps your mood. It releases stress. Everybody's stressed out and depressed right now. I guarantee you, these people that are depressed and stressed out, man, go for a walk. 30 minutes, an hour.
Absolutely.
You can change that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We just have a few minutes left and I don't want to get cut off. So I want to just recap and make sure that everybody knows that they can go to the website, our website, mindfulhealthicc.com, and they can download a copy of the Inspire magazine, and you're featured in the December issue. So thank you again for being a part of that. That's super dope.
Thank you for having
me. And they can find you if they're in the Atlanta area. It's PT Cross Training and Juice at
ATL or Juice Atlanta, Juice ATL, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then on all social media, it's either Polow or Polizzi or Polizzi's World. They can get a hold of you.
Absolutely.
I'll tag you. I'll post this to IGTV and I'll tag you in it as well too.
All right, cool.
So people can connect with you if they want some workout tips or some vegan tips or plant-based tips. And,
it's all right. We down with the vegans, you know what I'm saying? But you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I love your thought process and your approach on that. So it's awesome. And I am really proud of you. I will say that. And I'm very honored to know you. We've known each other for a couple of years now, and I'm always blessed by your kindness, and I really appreciate you.
You're gonna make me cry. No, I appreciate
Thank you
it
so
though, man.
much.
Thank you. And it's same to you. Like, you've always been nice and cool to me, and I appreciate that as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So thanks for joining us today, and I'll post this, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you. Later.
Thanks. Yeah.